So I think we're starting to see a fissure, maybe headed towards a chasm, and this may be turning into more of a partisan issue.
And of course, there's been noticeable pushback of late. Some people who are obviously not happy about the orders or how they've been extended, or maybe some of the uncertainty around that, but not just regular people, elected officials, law enforcement, also notably candidates for governor. What are some of the things they've been saying? And frankly, is he liable to be swayed by any of their pushback?
Well, it's interesting. I think that, there was the large protest at the Capitol over the weekend, probably not persuasive to the governor. But we did notice and take note of the fact that House Republican leader J.T. Wilcox has put out a Facebook post quite critical of the governor after his televised address, saying it was a missed opportunity and that he wants to see more metrics and he wants to see a more aggressive posture towards starting to reopen some of the non-essential businesses with new safety guidelines in place. That's notable because right after the stay-home order was issued, all four legislative leaders, House and Senate Democrats and House and Senate Republicans, issued a joint statement saying they supported the governor's efforts. So I think we're starting to see a fissure, maybe headed towards a chasm, and this may be turning into more of a partisan issue.
And so it seems like there's, like you said, some fractures, some fissures happening. I just wonder what your sense of some of the politics are. Are we just going to see that continue to spread, that chasm continue to widen, and pretty much is going to come down to, like so many other things, Democrats versus Republicans?
Well, and as you note, they really have been able to be very bipartisan about this so far. Conservative Republicans are definitely now taking the view that this has gone on too long and that it's time to start opening up the economy. There was a group of conservative Republican lawmakers who have now called for a special session of the legislature, which is likely to happen, but it's not being planned imminently by the leadership. And the governor, the challenge he faces is he's hearing from the public health experts that the state is not yet ready to open up. And he's starting to hear, even from some of his fellow Democrats, that they would like to see him move more aggressively and start to see, could landscaping reopen? Could online auto sales reopen? Might there be a way for accountants to be back in business, or even a barber shop? What would that start to look like? Let's start to map that out now. And what the governor seems to be saying is, we're not ready to do that yet. We can take some initial steps, see how it's going, but he wants to see the numbers much lower than they are now for a period of time before it sounds to me like he's willing to have that more robust conversation.
You can see more on these and other topics at our website, nwpb.org. Thank you for joining us in the unique Northwest.